Have you ever loved someone who seemed absolutely certain they wanted you until you got close? Someone who pursued you, opened up, talked about the future, and made you feel safe enough to let your walls down, only to pull away the moment things became real? You may have encountered an avoidant. Before we go any further, let's be clear. This isn't about shaming avoidants. They aren't evil, narcissists, or incapable of love. In fact, many avoidants want love just as deeply as anyone else. The challenge is that the very thing they crave is often the thing that terrifies them the most. Avoidants often learn early in life that vulnerability wasn't safe. Their emotional needs may have been ignored, dismissed, criticized, or overwhelmed. Instead of learning that relationships are places of comfort and connection, they learn that closeness comes with pain, disappointment, or loss of control. So they adapted. They became self-sufficient, independent, and emotionally guarded. From the outside, that can look like strength. Underneath, it's often fear wearing the mask of self-reliance. This is why avoidants can seem deeply invested in the relationship at first. They enjoy connection, intimacy, and companionship until those things require deeper vulnerability. The closer the relationship becomes, the more their nervous system begins to sound the alarm. Suddenly they're busy, they need space, they're confused, they're unsure about what they want. The relationship begins to feel overwhelming, not because you're too much, but because genuine intimacy activates wounds they haven't healed. The mistake many people make is believing they can love an avoidant into emotional availability. They think if they're patient enough, understanding enough, or loving enough, eventually the avoidant will feel safe and stay. But the truth is, you cannot heal someone through self-abandonment. You cannot earn consistency from someone who has not learned to give it. And you cannot love someone into a version of themselves they are unwilling to become. Many avoidants are not rejecting you personally. They're reacting to the vulnerability that intimacy requires. What's heartbreaking is that many avoidants don't consciously realize they're doing it. Their distancing behaviors are often automatic protective mechanisms, not calculated decisions. But understanding why someone behaves a certain way doesn't mean you should accept behavior that continually hurts you. Compassion and boundaries can exist together. You can understand someone's wounds without sacrificing your own well-being in the process. The most important thing to understand is that an avoidant's inability to fully receive love is not proof that you are unlovable. It is evidence of where they are in their healing journey. Some people will choose to face those wounds and grow, others won't. Your job is not to convince someone to heal. Your job is not to chase, fix, rescue, or prove your worth. Your job is to choose yourself. Healthy love doesn't require you to shrink, silence your needs, or constantly wonder where you stand. It doesn't disappear every time things get real. Healthy love welcomes communication, accountability, vulnerability, and growth. The greatest lesson avoidants often teach us it isn't about them at all. It's about the places within ourselves where we abandon our own needs in order to be chosen. The healing begins when we stop asking, how do I make them stay? And start asking, why am I chasing someone who keeps leaving? That question changes everything, because the moment you stop chasing emotionally unavailable people, you become available to yourself. And that is where the real healing begins. Love and light, family.